Welcome, guys, to Alpha AI Plus. So this introduction video, I will explain actually what Alpha AI Plus is, and I will walk you through how we made this system and how we're gonna use it, and how actually this system is gonna be the only system you need to trade. Whatever you're trading futures, we mainly trade futures, but actually you can trade anything. You can trade forex, you can trade options, stocks. We also gonna expand our service to using TradeStation and TradingView, not only NinjaTrader. So first, before I explain what is Alpha AI Plus is, let me talk about something very important, which is we are, as day traders, retail day traders, we like to complicate stuff. Let's be realistic. We like to look busy. All of us. Like, let's say for me, I used to have 5 screens in my office. These 5 screens, one of them have the daily chart, another one has weekly, another one has the news, all this nonsense garbage. And the fact is, we are day trading, we actually are scalpers. So we are in and out in a moment, maybe 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, but we are very quickly in and out. So we don't need actually this, the whole nonsense, confirmation to jump in a trade. So I'm okay, I don't want to go long unless, I see if I'm trading in Q, I want to see the ES going the same direction, blah, 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 the news. You are right. But this is if you are swing trading, if you are holding your position the whole day. In this, as a scalper, you don't need that. All you need to do is two things. What is the market doing right now at this moment? Second thing, what is your price levels? Because trading is a business, it's a buy and sell price levels. If you want to buy something right now, are you going to buy it when it's high, or are you going to buy it when it's low? Of course, you're going to wait until price drop and then you're going to buy it. Same with selling. That's the same way here. So that's it. So if you are scalping and your mind, I don't care about what's going to happen after 5 minutes, because I don't know. Nobody knows. If I know or anyone know what's going to happen after 5 minutes, you're going to make $1 billion a day. Nobody knows. And I don't care what happened in the past. When I look at the price actions, I care when I look at my levels. But the price action, I don't care. All I care about what's happening right now. Okay? And when you have your profit and stop loss target, the market actually doesn't care about your stop. It doesn't care about your target. It doesn't care about this, all of that. It doesn't know you personally. Market, it moves depending on price levels and volatility. That's it. Price levels. So if you are in a long trade like this, I'm going to show you the system now. This actually the system print, the stop loss and target. You can actually change this risk reward. You can make it 1-to-1, whatever you want. But if you can see, the system print signals and market move in your favor. For how long? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. But we know here. We don't know how long, but we know when the market will reject the move, and then we can take our profit. That's the key here. That's the second video. I'm going to explain how to actually trade the system using a very solid risk management plan. Very solid. And by this plan, we barely have losing days. We have like last month, I think like 4 losing days. So for the last month, we make over $13,000 in profit trading one contract in Q. Our drawdown was minus $400. Believe it or not, it's true. How? I'll show you. So let me explain first what is the Alpha AI system. So Alpha AI system is a system that actually myself, I designed it to trade it. I used to trade the system manually. If you guys been with me in a trading room, I have a trading for almost 6 years now. And I used to trade the same concept, which is live price action with supply and demand areas. And we take the breakouts using a confirmation of crossing EMAs with the volatility, with the volume, plus the supply and demand, which means I have a signal, or let's say before you design the system, if I know there is a specific area, buyers like this area, historically, it's a price level, and the market come touch it, I don't know if the market gonna break this area or come up. In both scenarios, I don't care, because if it's gonna break, I will take the trade, but with different confirmation. If it will continue like rejection and continue opposite direction, I will also take the trade. So this system doesn't take trades randomly in the market. It takes trade only on the supply and demand zones with the confirmation of the volume, volatility, and there's a lot of confirmation I will show you can actually add it to the signals. So if you go here, that strategy, it's called Alpha AI Plus. So we designed this strategy actually to have two things. It can take trades for you. And we're also going to provide you the template that actually, it will take trades for you. You don't need to do anything. So if you check the trade on, auto trade on, it will actually take the trades for you. You don't need to do anything, right? And this system using buy limit and sell limit orders, doesn't do market orders. So the system will wait until the bar is closed until it will place the trade. And the cool thing also, which is the new update we just made for the system, when you have an auto trade on, you can actually manually move your stop loss on target, which is very, very cool. And we use in the trading room because we actually use a system to trade manual and automated. Why? I will tell you why. It's a very important thing because personally, I trade both. I trade it manual, but what I mean by manual is I make it auto trade, I let it run, take the trade, and then I move my stop loss on target depending on the market behavior. Remember, I told you the market doesn't care about your stop loss on target at all. All you care about is what's the price levels. So that's why we use a system, because the system will print you a very accurate signal. I would say 99.9% market will move in your favor. For how long? We don't know. I can't tell you how long it's going to move. 20 ticks, 40, 60, 100, I don't know. Nobody knows. So your job in a trade, and then when you are in the morning with us, is let the bot take the trade for you automatically. You don't need to do anything. Your job is actually move your stop or add your target at an area that actually makes sense. It doesn't matter if this area is 30 ticks, 40 ticks, 100 ticks, 20 ticks. It doesn't matter. It will add up because you're going to have a barely losing trades. So let me explain first what is all the options here, what is the good stuff. So auto trade on. So all this section is about auto trading. I'm going to show you how many contracts you trade. I'm going to add the start time, end time. Going to make it whatever you want. Also, we provide you a template, so you don't need to change anything. So we have 4 templates here we're going to provide you. And daily max profit. You can actually have daily max profit per day, daily max loss. If you reach in one of them, the bot will stop taking trades. And then we have the entry offset. Remember I told you the bot taking trade on a buy limit or sell limit orders. So this is going to be the offset. How many ticks above or below the high or the low of the bar. And then we have the stop limit slippage, which means if the market go touch your area, market so high, like moving very volatile, and it's just move past your stop, sometimes it happen, it's going to move your stop 2 ticks. Otherwise, it will cancel the order, which is very cool feature also about the system. Even if you run it by itself, which is I don't prefer. We have another template to run it by itself. I will show what the template we mean, but I prefer if you can actually hands-on for the manual setup, but for the automated, you can actually leave it run by itself. But this is slippage. Also, we have max state bars cancel if no touch, which means let's say if we have a long signal here. Let me show you. Let me enable this first. if you have a long signal here, and let's say the market at the buy limit here, few ticks at the offset, and the market actually never go up, never touch the entry, just move down. In this setting here, you tell the bot after how many bars no touch, the system will cancel the signal and look for a new signal. In this scenario, it's 5 bars, which means if we have a signal 5 bars no touch, it will cancel and in any order. Keep in mind, if you have a signal no touch and there is another signal comes, it will cancel the pending one and get a new one. And also the bot will not take a trades or will not, unless it is flat. It will still print signals anyway, but it will not jump in the trade, which is very cool, by the way. I'll let you know why I did this, because I don't want to make the bot very volatile. I want you to choose if you want to add contracts or not. So let's say the bot, you make it automated, you are still in a trade, and there's another signal came long when you are long already. The bot will not take any trades, but it will print a signal. But it can actually print a signal so you can take the trade or not. It's up to you. That's why I made it this way. And then we have the signals. We have S1, S2, S3, S4. You don't need to, if you are with me in the room, you know what I'm talking about for the S1, S2, S3, S3, S4. But this kind of signals we have in the system, you need to mess with them, just keep them on, and then it will print the signals. And we have the EMA confirmation, which means the 100 EMA, so the bot will not take trades or print signals unless it's above the 100 EMA or short is above the 100 EMA. And then we have the quant proxy. The quant proxy and AI volume and the supply and demand. This actually the 3 settings we're using for our old system, the manual we used to trade. So I would suggest do not mess with this. You know, it's going to be different, but you can actually try with different stuff, but do not mess with this. So this is the minimum EMA for the breakout when you break out from supply and demand. This is the maximum. This one overall. Also, we have the AI volume, which using the volume SMA period 30 multiplied by 2, and then which means if we have a specific bar that crossing the 30 SMA from the volume multiplied by 2, using all the confirmation, it will actually put a signal depending on the filters you have. I don't want to make it complicated because you don't need to understand actually what's happening behind the scene. But all I can say is the signal you have right now in your hand, it does everything for you. That's why when you see me trading in the morning, I don't have anything else because I don't need to. You don't need VWAP, you don't need momentum, you don't need any confirmation whatsoever. Any confirmation you have, it will make it worse. It will make you lose trading. It will make you miss opportunities. Do not do anything. That's why I say in the beginning, we as a trader, we like to overcomplicate stuff, right? And then we have the follow-up window bars. And then this supply and demand. So this supply and demand look bars and this supply and demand zone area. And then this is the breakout buffer. If you take a breakout trade from the supply and demand zone, then if the market go up, try to touch the supply and demand area and actually never touch it, like go right here and back. How many ticks buffer I would consider actually a breakout? In this case, 8. Same thing with the reversal. And then we have also option to signals on bar close, which is always prefer. If you uncheck this, it will print signals live tick by tick, which is not good. It's going to give you a lot of false signals. So always keep it on bar close. And then we have the cool down bars, which is very cool features. The cool down bars is when a system prints signal, it will actually cool down for 5 bars. So it will not look for any signals unless it passed 5 bars. It's a good way actually to filter the noise. And then we have a minimum body ticks, which means 3 ticks, which means if you have a bar that had 3 ticks or less, which is a very small bar, it's not going to be considered signals. And also there is another update we will add it to the system very soon. We will also have a maximum body ticks. Let's say we have a massive 150 ticks bars. And we can actually change, we can actually add this here. Let's say max body ticks, 100 ticks. So if we have a bar more than 100 ticks, it would not actually consider a trade. Because 100 ticks if you have a bar like 200 ticks, sometimes it happens, especially in the open. If you take a trade 200 ticks and you stop loss at the swing high and low or buy high and low, you're talking about risking $2,000 in one trade, which doesn't make sense. I don't want you to lose more than $500 maximum per trade. Maximum. I would say I prefer less, but maximum, no more than that. Well, we will talk about this when you talk about in the risk management plan. And then we have the filters. We have all the kind of filters you can imagine. ADX, AMA slop, ATR, higher time frame. You can pick any one. Let's say you pick ADX. You can go here and change the ADX settings, ADX minimum, and then ADX period. If you choose EMA slop, you can actually choose the EMA slop for long or short. We actually using the EMA slop filters for the auto trade. I will show you this template. You can use high ATR, same, you can change the ATR. You can use higher time frame. So let's say higher time frame, you can use whatever thing you want. Let's say on let's say 15 minutes, 50 EMA, which means the market will only take long trades if the market above the 50 EMA of the 15 minutes chart. And same for short. And we can make it none. In this template, we don't use any filters. We're using only the built-in filters here. Also, there's another cool dynamic feature. It's called dynamic day filters, which is very cool. They're using AI. So in this filter, we're using the system will check the day if it's inside day or outside day. So inside day means today is within the open and close for previous day, period. That's it. That's inside day. Most of the time, inside days are very choppy days. Not only, but mostly. So in this scenario, the system will automatically check if it's inside day. You can actually pick any filter you want or none. So if you check mark this, it will check the dynamic, then choose whatever you choose for inside or none. And same for outside, you can choose whatever you choose or none. In this template, we're not using any dynamic filters. And then we have the stop target. The stop target here, if you uncheck this, it's not going to show the lines. So when you check the stop target lines, it will show you the stop target lines on the setting you add here. And then we have the stop offset. So the stop offset is going to be 24 ticks in this template. So it's going to be whatever you choose in your stop mode. I will show you what stop mode is. It will be above or below it. So before I talk about the risk reward, we have here something called stop mode. So the stop mode, you can choose between bar, low and high, or swing. So if you choose bar, low and high, the stop line, it will be 24 ticks stop offset above or below the high of the bar or low of the bar. That's it. 24 ticks. If you make it 8, it's going to be 8, whatever. If you choose the stop mode to be swing, you're going to change here the swing mode. Let's say you make swing mode 10 bars, which means your stop will be at the swing of the last previous 10 bars by the offset of the swing, 8 ticks. So you can change the way stop loss is going to be. And keep in mind, the stop loss line, it will be the same stop loss the bot will put the stop loss for you. So if in this scenario, we're using bar high and low with 24 ticks offset. So if you enable this, you will see actually it will put the stop loss at the low high of the bar within 24 ticks. So this is actually the low of the bar, this 24 ticks, this your stop loss. If you choose now, let's say if we change it now, if you change this to be, 1 second here. If you change this to be, let's say swing. Change the stop loss to be swing. And we make this like, let's say 20 bars. Swing by the offset of 8. Let's see how the stop loss is going to be now. Let's see how the stop loss is going to be now. Give me 1 second. See? So stop loss is here. Why? Because it calculates the last 20 bars. And if you can count this, it's going to be the last 20 bars right here. And this is going to be your stop loss. And you can make whatever you want to. But again, we provide you the template So you don't need to, worry about it. But again, if you wanna get your own template, back test it, play with it, and please, we have a Discord group, we have a weekly meeting, we have a daily training room. You can join us every day. And if you have another template that actually better, let us know, man. We're working together. So this is how the stop loss mode works. The stop loss is going to be, the stop mode, swing or bar high and low. Then you add the risk reward. So the risk reward, it will add the profit target or the target line. Doesn't matter. If you're a trading manual, always give you the line. Depending on the reward. If you choose 3, the system will calculate how many ticks you risk, and then it would add your profit target 3 times bigger. Same for 4. So in this scenario is 3. If you use like 1-to-1 risk reward, you will see now, and if you enable this, you will see now, I have like 15 system running in my machine. It's a little bit slow now. So if you can see now, one second, because I have to change the stop loss. So the stop loss still at the swing 20. That's why it's so big. So if you change get it back normal to bar high and low with 24 ticks. So if you make the swing mode to be bar high and low and enable it, it will actually put your stop loss here. This is your target. Stop loss here, target. You see it hit it immediately, right? Again, we are not using the stop loss and target. We use the stop loss all the time, but we're not using the target in the manual trades in the morning. I will show you when you're talking about the risk management, how we actually manage the trade manually in the morning. But this actually, you can play with it. If you want to run it automated, 1-to-1 the whole day, or in the morning, you can do that. Okay. We have also another very cool feature. So if you choose to be auto trading on, which we use all the time in the morning, because again, we want the bot take a trade for us and then we manage it manually, you can actually choose how the stop loss mode will be. You can use it, you have 2 options, either swing, trail, or fixed. So swing trail here, what it does mean is, swing trail, the stop loss will be moving above or below swing high and low, whatever strength you have here. So if you choose strength of 10 bars, it will actually move behind or below 10 bars with the offset of 8 ticks. If you choose 1 bar, it will actually move 1 bar, 2 bars, and so on and so forth. So if you choose 1 bar, it's going to actually move your stop loss behind high and low of each bar. That's it for the current bar. Well, sorry, the previous bar. If you make it 2, the last 2 previous bar, and so on and so forth. And the stop loss will moving automatically for you. You're not going to touch anything. So this kind of trailing stop. If you choose fixed, it will be fixed. It will be a stop loss in the line, a target in the line, the risk reward, and that's it. Keep in mind also, the profit target, it will be there anyhow. So if you have a risk reward 4-to-1, and you choose to trade a stop behind each bar, let's say, if the market go your target, it will hit your target, and it will close the trade. Anyway, so your target is going to be there anyhow, even if you're using trail stop, which is a very cool feature. So I prefer in the manual trade, we're using a swing trail, even though we move our stop manually. But in case we get busy and there is a signal coming and power outage happen, whatever, so your stop mode is going to be swing, it's going to be lock profit for you along the way, which is very cool. So we like to use swing because we already move our stop loss manually anyway, but because we're using market structure for how to hide our stop loss. I will show you how in the risk management, right? And then we have the visual stuff. You can also change how it looks, long or short, whatever you want. And then we have the text offset. We gotta print the signal name, and then can change the offset also. Also, we have a sound alert. If you enable this, and you can add any file you want here, and if you enable it, it will actually play a sound. And now we have a very cool option, which is very sophisticated options here. It's called prop firm mode. So the prop firm mode, if you check it, and you can add your trailing drawdown, your max trailing drawdown per account, whatever account you're using here, and you add the safety net buffer, say $200, whatever, and you check the hard stop using analyzed and count analyzed in daily caps and account profit target. You're gonna put your whole account profit target, let's say using whatever a prop firm using, like whatever, this is your total profit target, and you have a rules, you cannot make more than 30% overall in one trade from the whole profit. So in this scenario, if you do that and you enable the prop firm mode, it will actually check your unrealized profit. And if you are in a trade and you already around about to reach the 30% from your current profit target by $200, it will actually stop the trade manually, automatically, and hard stop it, and it will look for another trade if you didn't reach your daily target, or if you reach your daily target, it will stop trading. Same with the trailing drawdown. So it monitor your unrealized profit against your realized profit against your rules, which is very, so think about it as now we have a risk management system in a trading system all at once. All at once. So we don't need to worry about, oh, I don't want to reach more than 30%. It's not going to happen. It will close your trade. And also, we provide you a template, it do that for you. So we have here 4 templates. We have 2 templates for manual trades. We have 2 templates for auto trades. So the main one we use for auto trade is the fixed target auto trade, NQ. So this template by itself, so if you use this template, it's trading from 2:30 a.m. Central Time. I'm Pacific Time, man. So which means it is 5:30 a.m. Central, Eastern, sorry. So this bot take trade 1 hour before the market open. This is the daily max profit. This is the daily max loss. And this template using primary filter as EMA slop of 14 ticks, which is huge. So EMA slop, which means the EMA must be slopping in your favor by 14 ticks, and also it using bigger overall quant EMA, 50. The other template used 34, this one is 50. So this template is actually very conservative. Very conservative. The reason we make it automated, because you might see it's not going to take a trade every day. You might sitting the whole day and no trades. This template by itself made us, today is October 25th, since October 1st, made us $10,000, almost. $10,000, almost, yes. I'm going to show you now in a moment. Actually, I'm going to open my VPS. And for the last year, it made $54,000 with $6,000 per drawdown. This template by itself. I will show you in the video of trading plan how actually we can use this. 1 second here. In real time, like what is actually a trading plan. But I will show you in a moment now the performance of this specific template in the 1 second here, the performance since October 1st. Hold on. So today is October 25th. So since October 1st. There we go. This actually the template, this is the VPS. Actually, it worked 12 grand, by the way, not 10. Because the last day was winning. This actually, this template, this is the money she made from October 1st until October 25th. This is not playback test, whatever. This is a live trade. $12,000 with 2 grand drawdown. And if you can see also, and make sure it's the same one here, yeah. If you can see the daily, of course it loses some days. It's not gonna win every day. But look at the daily, like $900 a day lost, $600, $400. But look at the daily profit, $2,000 in one day, $2,000 in one day. It doesn't take it every day. Like since October 1st until today, how many trades it takes? In how many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, around like maybe 10 days, maybe less than 10 days, in 25 days, less than 10 days. That's why it's not going to be trading for manual, because you don't want to watch, So in this template, you just run it. You get yourself a new account, like run it on a different account, any prop firm account, fund to go, any account you want, and then we also now have fund to go now. You don't need to, you can actually do it on simulation account, and you don't need to buy a new account. You guys just get a new tier for fund to go, and then link your account, and that's it. And let it run, or any evaluation firm, any other firm you want, that's fine. And then you run it by itself. You can have this step and leave it alone. Leave it alone. Don't touch it. And we have another template for the automated. This template, we still back testing it. We can have it anyway, but we still back testing. This one I'm going to use TrailStop. So this fixed template, I will show you what the fixed template is. So this template, again, it's using the MESLOP, and it's using 3-to-1 risk reward. 3-to-1 risk reward, which is huge. And it's using the stop mode of swing 20 bars. 20. Which means that's why it's very successful. Why it's very successful? Because it's very conservative in terms of when to enter the trade. Using MESLOP of 14 with the very higher time frame alignment, it will give it a big edge. Not only that, by using the stop loss at a swing of 20, which means market barely will hit your stop because it is so hot, it's so far, and you already in the big edge, so it will move in your favor like 9 out of 10. That's why it's very successful. And using the 3-to-1 risk reward. So if you're using 200, 300 ticks, it will actually make the profit 600. But someone tell me, okay, if I'm using 300 ticks, that's like around like $3,000 stop loss. How come my max loss per day $1,000, and how come I never lose more than $900? That's actually the magic of the prop firm mode. Look at that. Why? Because here we have and don't touch this, but just keep it like this. We have a trading drawdown here of $8,000, buffer of $200, and max profit per trade $8,000, 30% max profit per trade, which means, do the math now. So I want to do this. I want to open my calculator 1 second. I want to see 30%. Can't use my brain anymore, man. So $8,000 times 30 times 100, $2,400. So which means $2,400. If we are live trading $2,400 minus $200, which means $2,200, it will actually force the trade to close. And same with the drawdown. So we don't need actually to go hit your target, because you might have a stop loss of $300, 300 ticks. You don't need to reach 600 ticks to take a profit. It will actually close the trade while you are in the trade, because either you reach your max profit per trade, or either you close to your daily drawdown. That's why it's a brilliant. Why? It gives the market very big room to move. It have a very high edge. At the same time, it's using risk management, forcing a trade to close depending on the prop firm mode. That's why it's very successful template, very successful. If you already with us since October 1st, you already pass your account and already trading P account immediately. And I will show you also in the risk management video why we're trading this with the manual. Because I want, okay, if this template make me $12,000 in the last 25 days, why would I trade manual? You don't have to, but I will tell you, actually you have to. And I'll tell you why in other videos. Just stick with me because it's very important, right? And so that's it. So this is a template. All this template can I provide to you. And yeah, Joe, just wait for another video. Going to be another video behind this, which is going to be for the risk management. In the next video, I will talk to you about how actually we manage the trades manually when you trade in the morning, and why we trade it manually with automated if we have and since you already have a very successful template trade for us. And that's it. See you guys in the next video. Thank you.